Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is very unlikely to go far in his career, even if he sometimes talks big or dreams out loud. He might get excited and say he wants to do big things, but when it's time to work hard and push himself, he tends to slow down or get distracted. He likes comfort and the familiar instead of stepping out and taking risks.
Can he bounce back from failure?
If things go wrong at work, he won't have a big meltdown or get very emotional. He'll stay calm and not make scenes, but he also won't bounce back with extra energy or determination. He won't break down, but he also won't rise up and tackle obstacles head on.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might find him lively and fun at times, but not necessarily warm or caring. He isn't rude all the time, but he can be blunt or careless with his words and doesn't go out of his way to be thoughtful. People mainly see him as neutral, pleasant enough, but unlikely to be deeply respected or adored at work.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he won't feel insecure or threatened by your success. He isn't focused on big achievements himself, so he's not competing or comparing with you. You might not get long speeches of pride, but he'll enjoy celebrating with you and might even join the fun.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. Money and status aren't major parts of his self worth, so your higher income won't shake his confidence or make him feel less than you. Instead, he'll accept the situation simply and move on, being content with what he has.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He tends to handle money in a careful and organized way. He likes things in order, so he'll usually plan his spending and keep track of where his money goes. Don't expect big surprises or risky financial moves from him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be richer than he is. He's careful with money and prefers to keep things simple and organized, sticking to what's within his means. You won't see him spending big just to impress others or trying to keep up with anyone.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't very open handed or caring when it comes to money or kindness. He'll keep things neat and managed, but you might notice he doesn't go out of his way to help or give generously, whether that's sharing resources or lending an understanding ear. With him, you'll see more practicality than warmth.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is generally open and straightforward about money matters. You won't catch him hiding expenses or making secret deals behind your back. If you ask him about his spending or savings, he'll talk plainly and not dodge questions.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be shared, not left only to you. He likes things tidy and well organized, so he'll want to pitch in to keep the home in order. You won't have to fight him to get chores done.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who will actually get involved with chores and even things like diapers, not just sit back and supervise while you do the work. He likes things neat and in order, so he won't ignore messes or leave them for you. Instead, he'll roll up his sleeves and do his part to keep the home clean and organized.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't naturally caring or sensitive, so he may not put much effort into truly understanding your side of things. Instead of trying to see how you feel, he might just listen politely or even seem a bit distant. He handles disagreements calmly and doesn't make things dramatic, but deep empathy is not his strength.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays mostly calm and doesn't get aggressive or say hurtful things. He's not the type to shout, insult, or create a scene when upset. You won't have to worry about harsh words or emotional outbursts from him.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he is not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He has a calm nature, and when things go wrong, he doesn't raise his voice or lose control. This means anger is not a red flag with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He isn't the type to blame you harshly, but he also might not be quick to say sorry or show deep understanding. If something goes wrong, he'll probably accept it quietly and do what's needed to fix the problem instead of making a big deal or shifting the blame onto you. If you can live with quiet responsibility instead of big apologies, his attitude should feel fair.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he is likely to respect your boundaries and understand that no means no. He prefers to keep things organized and avoids chaos or drama, so he won't push or nag when you clearly say no. Even if he isn't very warm or emotional, he won't cross lines or make you feel unsafe.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he is not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He isn't overly sensitive or emotional about these things, so he won't sulk, get angry, or make you feel guilty. If you say no or need space, he'll accept your choice and move on without drama.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and not use them against you. He isn't the type to bring up private details in anger or try to embarrass you later. He stays calm and doesn't look for ways to hurt you, making him a safe choice when it comes to respecting privacy in a relationship.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values routine and order in life, so he prefers stability over chasing excitement elsewhere. You can feel secure that he isn't looking for thrills outside of your partnership.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive or the type to act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He doesn't get worked up easily or look for problems where there aren't any. He trusts you and expects things to go smoothly without fuss.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective is not a cover for a controlling personality. He isn't the type to smother you with rules or make you feel trapped under the name of care. His style is practical and steady, not bossy or overbearing.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort, not just your job alone. He likes keeping things organized and will notice what needs to be done. So he'll step in to help with routines like homework, meals, or keeping the house tidy. He won't leave all the responsibility to you or expect you to handle everything yourself.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't get worked up easily or shout when things go wrong. The children won't have to worry about harsh punishments or emotional outbursts from him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He's not competitive about achievements or threatened by your identity outside the home. He doesn't see your success as a problem, so balancing motherhood with your personal life will be smoother with him by your side.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he isn't the kind of man who will secretly expect you to quit your career after you have a child. He doesn't feel insecure about your work or need to control your choices. He respects clear roles and routines, so if you want to keep working, he'll accept that as part of your shared life.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. He knows how to behave respectfully and will not cause trouble, but don't expect him to go out of his way to build a deep emotional bond or show extra affection. His kindness may feel practical, not heartfelt. He is more likely to try to adjust to your family than to expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't get worked up easily or react with anger, so you won't see him adding fuel to the fire or turning things into big fights. He's not the type to hold grudges or talk badly about your family either.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is not likely to be two faced about your role. He prefers things to be organized and doesn't enjoy unnecessary drama, so he won't pretend to be modern with you and then suddenly push you to act like a traditional supportive wife just to please his relatives. He values consistency in how things are done.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you rather than stay out of it or side with others. He isn't one for big confrontations or dramatic actions, but he won't leave you to handle stress alone or betray you to please others. He'll be present and help behind the scenes, making sure you don't feel isolated.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy, and he won't blindly take his mother's side in a conflict. He likes things steady and fair, so he'll try to keep peace between everyone instead of creating more tension. When there's a disagreement, he won't rush to defend his mother just because of tradition.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and order, so he won't go running to his family with your personal matters. He keeps things steady at home and prefers to deal with issues quietly between the two of you.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being with him day in and day out means living in a well organized, peaceful, and steady home. You won't face big dramas, loud fights, or messy surprises. He keeps things running smoothly and doesn't get worked up over small problems.